Have you ever wondered how some people seem untouched by betrayal, insults, or cruelty, while others are torn apart by the slightest offense? What if the greatest power wasn't in fighting back, but in becoming truly untouchable? Imagine turning every attack, every provocation, into a stepping stone for your own strength. Not by overpowering others, but by mastering yourself so completely that no enemy can find a way in. Today we unlock the Stoic secrets to defeating any enemy without a single confrontation. It's not about weapons or words, it's about mastering the battlefield within. Ready to learn how to win without fighting? What if you could destroy your worst enemy without even picking up a weapon? Imagine defeating them without throwing a single punch or uttering a single insult. In a world full of anger, betrayal, and cruelty, our first instinct is often to strike back. But the truth is, the most decisive battles aren't won on a battlefield at all, they're won within our own minds. Stoic philosophers discovered a powerful secret. The greatest victory comes from mastering yourself, not from overpowering others. They learned to leave their enemies powerless without any physical fight at all. How? Let's explore 7 profound ways you can conquer any enemy by conquering yourself first. 1. Destroy their power over you by mastering your emotions. When an enemy strikes, our natural instinct is to react in anger or fear. But the moment we let them provoke us, we hand over control of our own mind. As Seneca warned, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. A Stoic refuses to be enslaved by destructive emotions and chooses not to react impulsively. To truly defeat your enemy, begin by mastering your own emotions. If you don't allow their actions to disturb your inner peace, they cannot harm you. Your calmness, clarity, and peace become invincible shields against the chaos your enemy tries to create. By staying composed and refusing to be drawn into emotional turmoil, you strip away their power. In this way, the battle is won before it even begins. Your enemy finds they can no longer affect you. 2. Let your virtue render them irrelevant. A Stoic strength comes from virtue: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These aren't just lofty ideals, they are practical weapons of the mind, guiding every action. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In other words, instead of sinking to an enemy's level, rise above by living to a higher standard. When your enemy lashes out with hatred, you respond with kindness. When they scheme with deceit, you hold fast to the truth. Your unwavering virtue not only deflects their attacks, it also elevates you above their pettiness. In doing so, your enemy is exposed as small and insignificant against the backdrop of your integrity. You don't need to fight them at all. By staying true to your principles, you simply rise beyond their reach. 3. Outlast them with patience. Patience is a weapon of immense strength. It can defeat an enemy without a single blow. As Seneca wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Your enemy, whether a hostile person or a tough situation, often wants to provoke you into a rash reaction. They hope to see you stumble by making you act out of anger or haste. But a Stoic understands that time can be mightier than any sword. By staying patient and composed, you give your enemy's own weaknesses time to surface. While they burn with impatience and frustration, you remain a quiet force, steady and unmoved. Eventually, they exhaust themselves trying to unsettle you. In the end, your patience outlasts their aggression and becomes their downfall. 4. Understand their nature and use it against them. Why fight an enemy head-on when you can turn their own nature against them? A Stoic never fights blindly. Instead, they seek to truly understand their opponent. Wisdom is the key to overcoming any foe, because knowledge is the greatest weapon. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Don't waste time attacking your enemy's strengths. Study their weaknesses, their desires, and their insecurities instead. By grasping their nature, you can disarm them without ever raising a hand. If your enemy craves attention, starve them of it. If they thrive on conflict, offer them peace instead. If they seek to manipulate you, meet them with unwavering indifference. A master of Stoic strategy doesn't charge into battle. They outwit the adversary by responding with insight and precision. In the end, your enemy's own flaws will cause their downfall. 5. Maintain unshakable focus on your purpose. The Stoic's most formidable weapon is an unyielding sense of purpose. When conflict arises, an enemy will try everything to distract you or knock you off course. They might hurl petty insults, spread rumors, or attempt provocations to pull you away from your path. But a true Stoic tunes out that noise and stays locked on what truly matters, refusing to be led astray. Remember the advice of Epictetus. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. By remaining relentlessly focused on your purpose, you make your enemy's efforts meaningless. No matter how malicious their actions, they cannot alter the course of your life unless you let them. A Stoic refuses to waste energy on things outside their control, and an enemy's taunts are nothing but empty noise. A mind fixed on higher goals simply doesn't budge for petty provocations. This unwavering focus completely undermines your enemy's ability to hurt you. Ignore their attempts to derail you, and they lose all influence. Your purpose becomes a fortress around you. No external attack can breach it as long as you stand firm in your resolve. 6. Cultivate indifference to external validation. One of the most effective ways to neutralize an enemy without a fight is to stop needing anything from them. No approval, no praise, not even recognition. Think about it. If you need nothing from your enemy, what power do they really have over you? A Stoic understands that seeking external validation is a trap, a shaky source of strength that can vanish in an instant. Seneca wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." In the same way, true power means having very few wants from others, so you don't crave their approval or fear their judgment. The moment you stop looking to your enemy for validation, whether it's their praise or the pleasure of seeing them falter, you take away their influence over you. Enemies often try to manipulate by playing to your ego. But if you remain indifferent and rooted in your own self-worth, their ploys fall flat. This kind of self-reliance strips the enemy of their favorite weapon. After all, their power over you was never really in what they did. It was in how you reacted. By becoming internally independent, you destroy your enemy's ability to use your own desires or fears against you. When you truly don't care about either their approval or their hatred, their power evaporates. Your self-sufficiency, grounded in knowing what really matters, leaves them powerless because their influence ends the moment you stop giving it weight. 7. Embrace the power of silence and restraint. The Stoic knows that silence is not a sign of weakness, but a source of tremendous power. In the face of provocation or aggression, the greatest weapon you have is the ability to stay quiet and composed. Marcus Aurelius observed, "When you are disturbed by an external thing, it is not the thing itself that troubles you, but your own judgment of it. By choosing not to react, by holding your tongue, you keep control of the story and deny your enemy the satisfaction of seeing you upset. When others try to provoke or undermine you, let your silence be your shield. Every angry word they expect, every heated retort they hope for, give them nothing. In that quiet, you rob them of any chance to manipulate the situation or escalate the conflict. Your restraint shows a strength far greater than any shouting match ever could. Silence also gives you valuable time to reflect and decide on your next move wisely. Instead of being swept up in the emotional storm of confrontation, you remain calm and clear-headed. By speaking less and observing more, you prevent your enemy from controlling the narrative. In your silence, you become untouchable, the calmest person in the room, and therefore the strongest. We must remember that the battle is never truly about defeating someone else. It's about conquering ourselves, our own emotions, impulses, and attachments. When you achieve that self-mastery, you free yourself from anyone who tries to drag you into needless conflict. Destroying your enemy without fighting is the ultimate demonstration of the Stoic way. Strength through self-control, victory through virtue, and peace through wisdom. The greatest victory isn't found in defeating another person, it's found in mastering yourself. When you rise above the chaos and refuse to be pulled into it, you don't just defeat your enemy, you transcend them. In the end, they are left powerless in the wake of your serenity and strength. Thank you for watching. If you found value in today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Stoic insights to help you master your mind and navigate life with strength and wisdom. Remember, the greatest victories aren't won in battle, they're won within ourselves. Stay focused, stay resilient, and keep striving for self-mastery. Until next time, stay calm, stay strong, and keep living by your highest principles.